But let's get into the weekly comic book reviews. Of course, we got a lot of stuff to go over. Like I was saying earlier, Absolute Superman, we got Ark M, we got Batman, some Ultimate Wolverine, just a little bit of Marvel, got some DC KO tie-ins, and then we got a little Batgirl on the very back. What should we start with, dude? Let's start with Absolute Superman, all right? So, this issue was awesome, okay? So we get the new artist jumping on board. I mentioned it earlier when I was talking about TMNT. We have Jason Aaron writing, but we got Juan Ferrara coming in doing the art. So different artists in the cover, but as I'm flipping through, you guys will see it. Juan Ferrara, such a great look for Absolute Superman. Loving the new suit. This really was, you know, Absolute Superman just living his life, a day in the life, essentially, right? So he's going around. This is following the Battle of Smallville. And so, yeah, it's essentially just a, Superman just holding the entire world on his back. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to solve every problem that anybody has. He gets these really epic moments, like he's confronting the Toy Man here. But, he's like stopping a dam from bursting. He's trying to look for Brainiac at the same time. He's trying to rehabilitate Ra's al Ghul, which I thought was pretty genius, just as a move from Jason Aaron to show, like, yeah, this Absolute Superman, like, he's on a different wavelength, bro. Like, he's all about rehabilitating his evilest villains. Like, we've seen how bad Ra's al Ghul is, literally just dropping babies off of skyscrapers, right? So he's a real bad guy. Absolute Superman is going to try to read poetry to him over the course of this issue, try to break him down, and he's reading poetry written by Ra's al Ghul's victims. So that's some deep stuff, man. I love it. We got this great moment of Absolute Superman talking to Lois Lane. So they're still keeping that connection going. We'll have to see if there was some talk of maybe going on a date at some point. So that might be fun to see. We got Lana Lang, of course. This moment broke me, bro. I can't even, right? So it's I'll read it here just because I think it's one of the best moments of the Absolute Superman series in general. There's a child in Thailand, body riddled with cancer. No family. She doesn't want to die alone, staring at the ceiling. I make sure she doesn't. Like, I just got chills, bro. As we see Absolute Superman here, comforting a child with cancer. And then he goes right back to trying to rehabilitate Ra's al Ghul, man. So, yeah, I'm loving this characterization of Absolute Superman. Like, it's just perfect. Jason Aaron's just killing it. It's new and refreshing but still feeling classically Superman. And we get this great ending here. We'll have to see what happens with this. We get that evil Hawkman. If you read Absolute Evil, you know that the Hawkman in this universe is working for the bad guys. We get this little tease to Brainiac. He's wandering around the globe, and he's going to the Luthor farm. So what's up with Lex Luthor in this universe? We don't know. We only got that one panel tease of him at one point. But yeah, man, I just think Absolute Superman, it's just one of my favorite series coming out of DC. I think it's so sick. So hopefully you guys are reading it. It might be better than Absolute Batman. I don't know. It's tough. It's real tough, especially because Absolute Batman's on like a real high point after the whole Bane arc. That stuff was so epic. Let's talk about Absolute Batman Ark M. This was the origin story of Ark M, but it also provided to give us a little bit of a origin story to this Absolute Joker. So that was a little bit unexpected. Like, the twist in this, I really found to be unexpected. I didn't expect it at all. You got that great dark artwork from Joshua Hickson. I'm a big fan of his work. If you read the series called The Deviant, written by James Tynion IV, just all about Dr. Arkham or whatever, and he's just going around talking about his experience owning the place, and now it's kind of falling to disrepair. He talks about how he took in this like child and tried to teach him all about running an insane asylum or trying to help people with mental health and stuff like that. It turns out that little kid, maybe that kid's a villain. Maybe that kid's our Joker. I don't know, dude. Yeah, this whole sequence here at the back, it got me, bro. I didn't expect that to be the twist. And just some real darkness from this Absolute Joker, man. We'll have to see how Batman handles this. I did want to mention, which part was it? I think, yeah, right here. So we got an introduction to some new absolute villains. Obviously on the case files we see stuff like Kirk Langstrom, Pamela Isley, Hugo Strange, Jonathan Kane, Basil Carlo, Jervis Tetch. But then obviously we get my Deathstroke, as the Joker calls him. So yeah, dude, we'll have to see. This Deathstroke versus Batman could be. In the chat, we got Danny P119 saying Ark M is awesome. I agree. This is a 5 out of 5 issue. I think it was so good. It proves to me that like you got to pick up these one shots in the absolute universe, because you never know what kind of bomb they're gonna drop on you, or just kind of revelation about the absolute universe. I've been loving it. Let's continue our talk with Batman number 5. So Batman Bat 5 was excellent. It was kind of like a date night go wrong, really action packed, as we see Bruce Wayne trying to I guess go on a date with this girl. She's like a scientist that works for Wayne Enterprises, I think. But as they're going through, it turns out some people are after this doctor, and so Bruce Wayne has to keep it hidden that he's Batman, but still keep this doctor safe as they're kind of running around the city. We got cool car chases, and we get an introduction to a new villain, I believe. Dang it, what was her name? Ojo. It's in the solicit, but it's not here, so my bad. Wait, actually, it's in the cover. Ojo? Yeah, the Ojo Strikes. Okay, so new villain named Ojo. Seems pretty cool. Has these like katana swords. Something with a bird. She like controls birds as well. We get a really funny moment as Bruce Wayne is helping the doctor girl up this ladder, and she's saying, "Hey, don't look up my skirt." I'm pretty sure Bruce is looking there, bro. I'm pretty sure. I guess I don't know, but just the way that Jorge Menez, it makes it look like he's looking. Anyways, and then we get this great kind of twist as Damian, he accidentally calls Bruce Wayne father, not knowing that the doctor lady is hidden. So that'll be an interesting mess to clean up in the next issue. Thanks a lot, Damian. As we see, Bruce is pissed, dude. If he could give Damian a spanking, he probably would. Next up, let's talk Ultimate Wolverine 13. I thought this issue was excellent as well. And what really struck me about this one was how awesome the art was. So we don't get Cappuccio on the art, but we get Carbone, and we get that coloring from Valenza that we know and love. But look how excellent, as I'm flipping through, hold on. Right here. Look at this Ultimate Wolverine. That's just such a cool look for him, dude. So this issue is all about Ultimate Wolverine. They're trying to maybe plan an attack, but they're also kind of just chilling because the Phoenix is, the Wolverine has broken the Phoenix out. And so, the Phoenix has to still kind of recuperate and rest before she's able to like wake up or whatever. But Wolverine, it's essentially just a giant battle in this issue all the way throughout between Wolverine and, I guess, I'm not a X-Men guys, okay? I think it's Ursa Major, something like that. Some mutant bear, I think. So Wolverine's like, hey, I don't want no trouble, bub. But then this bear creature just starts attacking him, and Wolverine has to kind of fight back. I just thought it was really action-packed and like had a really cool moments, like, Wolverine just being Wolverine, just slashing, and you got the snicks coming out when he's, the claws are extending, and really bloody. I just thought it was like an action-packed issue for sure. And just another good one in the Ultimate Wolverine series so far. Ultimate Wolverine, his whole plan was to go and try to get some medicine for Phoenix, I think. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens in the next issue. Yeah, kind of just like a little side quest issue, I guess, where we just see Ultimate Wolverine. We get that new artist, and it's just really action-packed. Good stuff, though, from Chris Condon. Let's talk about Knightfight, okay? So DC KO Knightfight. This one, I guess the ending is really controversial. I don't know why, but we'll get into it, right? So it starts off, we know Batman, he was going to do the KO tournament. Something happened. Well, not something. The Joker killed him before he could get into the tournament. Kind of took his spot. So Batman's kind of on this little side quest, and he's going from like world to world. The heart of Apocalypse has created all these worlds for Batman, and is trying to like break him down or kind of beat him or whatever. Just throw him challenges. And all the worlds that it's placing Batman in are just worlds that are, you know, the Dick Grayson being Batman, or the Tim Drake being Batman, or you know, like that. So all the different worlds are kind of owned by different Batmans or whatever. And in this one, he goes from the Jason Todd world into the Tim Drake Batman world. Just like, I don't know, this is probably the weakest issue of DCKO or DCKO Knightfight, I have to say. Just like a lot of talking, you know, a lot of talking between Tim Drake and Batman. And then at the very end, we know that our Batman, he goes into the world of Damian Wayne. And it looks like Damian Wayne is set up in a way that Batman is not even necessary. Like Damian Wayne has fixed the world. So that'll be interesting to see in the next issue. But at the very end, we know that Damian Wayne has a son, Bruce Wayne's grandson, named Alfred. And people were saying, like, you can't name him Alfred. He's not. And I'm like, guys, you can name anybody whatever. He didn't say it was Alfred Jr. or Alfred the Third. He's just saying his name is Alfred. So I don't know why this is so controversial. I guess people don't know how juniors work and all that stuff. Like if your dad has the same name as you, you know, he didn't say that. Anyways, I don't know why that made me so mad when I first saw that controversy. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? It's a make-believe like universe anyways. It's not real. We know that the Heart of Apocalypse has created that world. Batman versus happiness, says Vactor. Absolutely. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. In a world where Batman isn't required, like what's the, you know, what does Batman do after that, right? All right, let's talk about the last review for today before we get into my full entire pull list for 2026. Let's talk Batgirl number 15. I thought this was a great issue. It's Cassandra Cain. She is starting to realize that, hey, maybe the people I've been trying to help, you know, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, what's her name? Talia? No, not Talia. It's the sister. So, you know, Cassandra Cain's been hanging out with her in her city that she's kind of created, trying to be a safe haven for a lot of other people. Turns out that is, you know, that safe haven was maybe stolen from the Unburied, these people here. And it turns out the Unburied are planning an attack, and they're going to like surprise attack everybody here. So Cassandra Cain's brother is trying to race to them and trying to warn. And yeah, so I thought it was a pretty good issue. You know, it's, as we, you know, at the very end, we know that the Unburied, they're getting ready. So it looks like the next issue is going to be like an all-out kind of battle between these two different factions. It's an all right issue. I think that it's just like weird how the Batgirl series has gone from like peak stuff at DC. Like that first arc was so peak. Now we're like, nah, I'm not so feeling it anymore. I'm not feeling like this was like a 7 out of 10 issue, maybe like a 6.5 or something like that. So I want to keep pulling it because like we can get back to that place. You know what I mean? But anyways, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how the this arc concludes. I don't want to drop it, dude, but there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. It's tough. We'll figure it out. But anyways, that is the comic books that I wanted to review for you guys from last week's New Comic Book Day.